This is the video analysis of the oral reading recording of my second subject, who is in grade 5.
One Moment at Recess by Grace S. Ponce.
In the beginning, the reader mispronounced Ponce as Pons.
It was 10 in the morning at Mabuhay Elementary School.
The reader mispronounced the word school as school.
It's time to take a snack.
He said snack instead of snack.
It was recess time. Pupils are lined up to waiting for their
In this sentence, the reader replaced the word in with to.
turns to go inside the canteen out of the crowd.
Instead of saying crowd, he pronounced it as crowd.
Joselito seems down at the bench just looking around the kids eating and some are playing. He had no money to buy something because
Again, the reader mispronounced a word. He said something instead of something.
his father did not
The reader successfully corrected his error where he said need at first, but immediately realized it was did.
receive his
Instead of receive, the reader mispronounced it as receive.
salary yet. His mother told him to have a heavy breakfast from him.
Breakfast was mispronounced as breakfast. The word for was replaced with from by the reader.
To be full until lunchtime. While waiting for the time to pass by, he suddenly saw
The reader attempted to correct himself, but to no success. First, he said he sand and seconded it with the sandly, which was wrong.
50 pesos on the ground. This money I will be able
If you will notice, the reader omitted a clause. He said to himself, if I spend.
to have lots of her for recess.
In this sentence, he committed 4 errors. He mispronounced have as have, inserted of her, omitted to eat, and repeated the first syllable of the word recess twice.
But he knows that it is not the right thing to do, so
In this following sentence, he repeated the phrase it is twice, mispronounced thing as thing, and do as da.
he gets to their classroom and asks for help from his advisor to find the owner of the money.
The reader read the word correctly, but then decided to abandon it where he said guess. He mispronounced there as there and said ask instead of asks. He also replaced that with the on the last part of the sentence.
happens to one of
Again, the reader overlooked the word that when he replaced it with to.
his classmates. Irene was crying at the corner of their classroom because she lost for money. Joselito asked Irene how much she lost.
The reader said hask instead of asks and repeated the first syllable of the name Irene twice. He also mispronounced lost as last.
If it's 50
He repeated it twice.
pesos, said Irene. Joselito gives the 50 pesos that he saw to
Then he mispronounced gives as gibbs.
Irene and said, I think it's your Irene.
A mispronunciation is again committed by the reader and said think instead of think. He also omitted s from the word yours in this last part of the sentence.
Was so thankful to Joselito as from
The reader committed a reversal error where he read the word from instead of form.
of her appreciation.
The word appreciation seemed unfamiliar to the reader because he mispronounced it as appreciation, an invented word by him.
She told Joselito to go the canteen
The reader omitted the word to.
with her and they share snack to recess.
He also omitted the from the word shared and s from snacks, while replacing for with to.
Joselito was great that because of he nuts.
Instead of grateful, the reader said great and omitted his, committing an additional omission error. The reader mispronounced honesty as hinuts, an invented word by him, which made it evident that the word is unfamiliar to the reader.
He was able to enjoy his recess time.